Fueled by C4, Cellucor, and Extend. Use the code Clydesdale to get 20% off the checkout at c4energy.com. On Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the widest array of content here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notifier so you're the first to know when new episodes are available. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Fitness and Fun in Bali with Hattie Kanyo. Hattie, how you doing?
Hello. I'm wonderful. Just had a good swim and ate some breakfast. Now chatting with you.
Awesome. So we do this every week. We find out all the good stuff and fun stuff in Bali. And Hattie is our tour guide. So we are going to talk today about swimming, sleeping, and recovery.
Yeah. All the good stuff.
What do you want to hit first?
I mean, we could chat about swimming first since I just got out of the pool.
Okay.
And I'm in a swimsuit.
So you how many do you swim? 1 day a week, 2 days a week?
Just 1 day right now. Yeah, on Thursdays is usually my active recovery day. So yeah, I guess that kind of ties in with recovery as well. But I feel like swimming, oh man, it's just such a good tool to, you know, build your aerobic system. I think we talked about this a little, maybe a couple podcasts ago, but and it's just so easy on your joints. It just feels amazing. I think 2 years ago, Jake and I were swimming twice a week, and yeah, it felt amazing. Right now, it's just one day a week. I was actually thinking as I was swimming, maybe I should add another day to this week to swimming a week because it just feels so good.
Yeah, I mean, if it's done right, it's a great stretching exercise. No impact at all on your body.
Yeah.
And you kind of get to float a little bit and just kind of relax. It's the weight off of you while you're doing some stuff, and it's just awesome. So I have a video of Hattie swimming. We'll play that. It'll pop up over top of us here in a second, and we'll talk about it when it's over. So that is one, a gorgeous pool. Two, how hard is it to swim without lane markers?
Oh, dude, it is tough. And sometimes it's like, if the sun isn't shining down right, you can't see the wall. So like that day, obviously I could flip turn, but some days you're like trying to swim, trying to see ahead of you. Where's the wall? Where's the wall? And then all of a sudden it's just right there. So you can't really flip turn. So on those days, you just tell yourself, okay, no flip turns today.
Do you take pride in being able to do a flip turn?
Kind of, just because it's so much fun, and it took me a while to get. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because, like in CrossFit, you don't see them often, unless it's like Amanda Barnhart or Christy O'Connell, who swam in college. Like, you just don't see that in a pool. And so it was cool when I watched your video the first time through that you were swimming and did a nice flip turn. It's really hard for me to watch swimming videos and not try to critique it, because that is my background.
Give me all the critique. Yeah.
So one, I will say you do have one of the nicest strokes in CrossFit.
Wow. Thank you.
It's very smooth. It's very smooth.
I would say, yeah, I can't give that all to myself. So there's this girl here. She was on the Irish Olympic team, and she actually helped me and Jake for like the whole time that we were here about 2 years ago. Like when you watch her, it is insane. She just glides, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. I could just watch her all day. But she helped us a lot. So
my only critique for you would be that you don't quite have the glide yet.
Right.
right?
Yeah,
And
it
all
kind
it
of feels
is,
like a little bit
yeah.
clunky,
So
I guess.
when you enter the water in front with your hand, and it should like
Yeah.
knife into the water, there should be an extension of your shoulder at the
Okay.
end, and you give it just a moment where your feet propel and you kind of glide that out, and then you have a very long pull, right? Because you're at full
Okay.
extension, and then you have a long pull through the water, and then the other hand goes out and glides.
Right. So I'm kind of just shortening it.
Exactly. You're entering and then immediately into the pool
Right.
back, right?
Into the pool.
Instead of letting that glide out and let the momentum of your
Okay.
kick will increase your efficiency and you won't tire out as quick.
And that's something that I need to work on too, is my kick, because like when I do the pull, my kick, or no, when I do the breathe, my kick like almost stops. It's weird. So that's something that I'm trying to work on, is just like always kick, always kick, always kick.
Right. And that's great, but even an inefficient kick will help you glide when you go to full extension,
Right. Okay.
right?
Okay.
It's about
I'm gonna do this
efficiency.
next.
It's about efficiency so you can go longer before fatigue.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Oh, we should have talked before this, because today I was doing like super long. I was doing, I think, like 10 strokes before I would breathe. And I was trying to really focus on like my breathing and obviously my form. But yeah, that would have been nice to know today, doing longer.
But honestly, of all the CrossFitters I've seen swim, like you have top 5 stroke. So what I'm telling
Thank
you is
you.
just like a tiny little tweak just to
Yeah.
get better, you know? Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
talking about like being faster. We're talking about being more efficient now. Just just
Yeah.
like with a CrossFit movement, right? You can It's one thing to be able to do a muscle up. It's another thing to do it so efficiently that you don't fatigue as fast, right?
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with the
I
stroke.
agree. And that's huge for swimming, because that's essentially what you want, is that efficiency. So like you said, you don't tire out as fast, because swimming is freaking tiring.
Yeah. So like I was just at Masters Fitness Championships and their swim test was a 500 yard swim. So about a little over 400 meters.
Yeah.
And so because you don't get to stop in that. It's just continually.
Right. It was 400 meters. Sorry.
Just a little bit over 400 meters.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
us people in the United States use yards, so it's 500 yards.
No. Go back to meters.
Yeah, so that translates
Okay.
to
Yeah.
like a little more than 400 meters.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like something like 400 meters, that's when I would need that efficiency, because if it was just like 50-meter sprint and then do something and then 50-meter sprint again, then whatever. I mean, it's still good to have that efficiency, but you can kind of get away with just freaking going.
Right, and just like any interval workout, if you do it in intervals, it's a lot easier, right? Because you get a
Yeah.
little bit of rest and it's different muscles and yeah.
Right. Yeah, when we first, well, like into our swimming, once I started feeling pretty good, I did like a half-mile time trial, and that felt so cool to be able to just do that nonstop. But now I'm into like hundreds, just like 100 meters, and I'm like, ooh, okay, we gotta build this up again.
Yeah. I was a distance swimmer, so like for me, it was all about efficiency.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for the tips. I'm excited to implement them.
Yeah, anytime. And if you ever want me to look at anything in the future, let me know. I'd love to
I
help.
was gonna say, I'll take a video again and send it over, see what you think. I
So
like to think I'm a fast learner, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So what else do we have here? We have the beach.
The beach, yes. So that's just something I put in there because like beach walks are super nice. Walking in general is super nice. That's something that I'm trying to implement into my recovery a little bit more lately. I think I've been just sitting too much. I was saying to someone else, like I only live 5 minutes away from the gym, like a 5 minute walk, and I've been driving my scooter every day, you know? And so today was the day that I was like, no, you are walking. You need to start walking more. You need to, it's just like such a good recovery tool. And you don't think about it when you kind of get into this fast pace. Like Bali's pretty chill, but at the same time, like when you kind of get into your routine and kind of let things slide like that, then yeah, my back has started to kind of feel tighter. And so finally I was just like, oh, okay, that's one recovery thing that I need to implement into it. So yeah,
Yeah,
beach
and I think
walks
that's great advice for anybody. Like, we
for
always get it
sure.
we just everybody seems to get into your routine, and that's what you're used to, and sometimes, go walk the dog or just take a walk with some
Mm-hmm.
friends and chat or, just to a little bit of active recovery through the week will go a long way.
For sure. And especially if you're like sitting at a desk or sitting, like I sit at the laptop a lot. So even if you work for whatever 20 minutes and then you go for a quick walk to kind of just like clear the brain, when you come back, you actually feel a lot better and you feel like you're ready to get back into work, right? Rather
Yeah.
than sometimes I'll sit there and just be like, oh, okay, I need a minute. But it's like, okay, instead of just sitting back and looking at my phone or whatever, just get up, go on a walk around the block, and then come back.
Yeah. Yeah, working from home, I tried to make it a habit of walking my dog around the block periodically through the workday, just
Yeah, that's huge.
just to break it up.
And your dog's probably so happy too.
Yep. So, let's show the beach because you get to walk in really cool places, and here we go.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
is it easy to swim in the ocean there, or is that something that
yeah, it's
most
pretty
people don't
easy.
do?
Yeah, it's nice. There'll be days where the waves are a little bit bigger than other days, but for the most part, you can swim in there, and yeah, they're really nice beaches. There's a place that we go to Uluwatu that's about an hour away, and they've got a little bit nicer beaches. We were actually just there the other day and we went to one of the gyms there and then we just had a beach day, played some spike ball on the beach, swam. There were some big waves, so we were playing in the waves and yeah, it was just super nice. And we were all just like super grateful because it was on a Monday. We're like, this is our Monday, like people go to their 9 to 5 job on a Monday and we're here just, relaxing on the beach. So it's just something to be super grateful for, which we all, voiced it and we know that, yeah, we're all just super grateful to be here.
So, I know one other thing that you do to recover is ice baths, and you do ice bath chats.
Yes. Should
Do
we
we
do
do
a
we
nice
wanna
bath chat?
do we wanna do one live, or do we wanna show the one you sent me?
Oh, we could show the one.
We can do it either way. This is your show.
I forgot I put. Actually, let's do it live because I want to do something which is kind of a little bit surprise to you. I'm gonna rapid fire questions to you because I want to know a couple things about you. Is that cool with you?
Oh, sure. Putting me on the spot.
Yeah, they're pretty fun questions. They're nothing too crazy. Okay, so this is the ice bath. This one's old, so cold, and that one's also cold, and then there's a hot over there. So we're getting in. We're doing it.
And it makes it more tolerable to chat with someone, correct?
Oh, yes, and that is why I have been doing the ice bath chats because as soon as I start talking in here, it's so much easier. Okay, here we are. Hello. Okay, That is nice. Come on in, everybody. Okay, couple rapid fire questions, Scott. I want to know if you only had one last meal, what would that meal be? You're going to die today and you could only have one last meal. What would it be?
Oh, it would be, that's the question. It would be chicken wings.
Ooh, nice. I love
Yeah.
it. Would you have a dessert with it? What's your favorite treat?
If I was to have a dessert, it would be my mom's homemade bread pudding
Oh,
or my
nice.
wife's homemade carrot cake.
Okay, delicious. I love it. Okay, this one's kind of fun because you love music. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That is really hard for me. Um,
If you had to pick
one,
three, then
three songs. Um, it would be, oh my gosh, this is so hard. It would be something from U2, probably Running to Stand
nice.
Still. Um, I'd have to pick something from Van Halen. Let's go with Ain't Talking About Love. And gosh, one more to just throw in would be Donnie Iris's Aaliyah.
Oh, I don't know that one. Check it
Yeah,
out.
it's obscure. It's actually Aaliyah,
Okay.
like AH apostrophe Leah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Those are good. I know. I asked Jake this today, and mine were like so all over the place. Like I had a G Easy in there, and then I had a Leonard Skinner one in there, just like all over the place.
Yeah, if I had time to think about it, it would probably be a different list, but that's off the top of my head.
Nice. I love it. And so I understand like sometimes like different moods, right? Like you have different moods, but there's always those songs that like when you listen to it, you just feel good, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I freaking love this song. Okay, a couple more. Would you rather snatch or clean? Better.
Well,
Clean?
cleaning's easier, but I would rather snatch because when I hit a snatch, there's no better feeling.
Oh yeah, I agree. What about back squat or front squat?
Back squat every day of the week and Sunday twice.
What about okay, then front squat or lunging?
Front squat.
Nice. Okay, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. You could say anything in lunging, and it would be the other thing.
Really? But it's so good for you.
Oh, it is. It is. And we do it
But it does suck.
so much at my gym. But it hurts. And no matter how good you get at it, it still hurts.
Yeah, and even if you're doing body weight, your butt will always hurt the next day.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't matter how fit you are, lunges always get you.
They always get you. I agree. Oh. Well, that was fun.
It was.
You guys had a little ice bath with me.
So the last thing
Thanks
I'm going
for
to talk to you.
answering my rapid fires.
No, that was fun. I like that. Maybe we should do those more often.
Yeah.
So one more question I have for you is sleep. So when you go to Bali, like what's your bed situation? Like I love my bed, and I can't imagine traveling halfway around the world and getting something as good as what I have at home.
Yeah, I do miss my own bed, but here we have like a pretty comfortable bed and it's a king size bed. And we actually just got rid of our king size bed maybe 2 years ago. And coming here, Jake was like, okay, we're not ever not having a king size bed again. And I was like, yeah, exactly. Because we just downsized a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. You get used to it. And like I said, like it's a pretty comfortable bed. So you just make it work. But I do enjoy coming home and, you know, having our own bed in our own home. There's something said about like, you know, having that comfort of your own home, but also like we travel so much, so you kind of have to make home just anywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's times I travel and you hit the jackpot and you get a bed that's awesome, right? But
For
it's
sure.
a crapshoot, like, what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Um, so
And that's why we go
any
to this place, because we like this place. So yeah.
anything you do to help you sleep?
Yeah, so I take a supplement called Third Sea, and like, although I've always been a pretty good sleeper, it's something that, like, the thing that caught my eye with this supplement was the recovery. Like, obviously, I'm getting older, so like, it does help your sleep. And the one thing that I noticed right away with it is that it kind of just calms you down. So it's kind of like a pre-workout before bed. Where it just like calms you down and gets you ready for bed. So usually I take it about 60 minutes before, and then it just calms you down. And then I know that I'm having like a deeper sleep for the most part, because the next day I feel like really refreshed. But like another thing that I've actually been doing that's on top of that is I've always woken up to an alarm, but for the past like 2 weeks, I've stopped doing that, and it's crazy how different you feel in the morning as well by just waking up to the birds or to the light shining through your window or whatever, right? So yeah, it's just like a couple of things that I've been testing. The Third Sea I've been taking for like over a year and a half, and that's just something that I'll probably take as long as I'm competing, maybe longer, just because I do love it. But yeah.
So, just to finish up the show, the Rogue Invitational this weekend. Have you had any chance to look at the workouts?
Yeah, I just looked at them yesterday and they look crazy. They look super fun, but holy, that's intense. They're
Is there any you
intense.
would
But
die to do?
I mean, like I love bar muscle ups, and I've never done anything like the log muscle ups. I think that one looked pretty cool. Um, yeah, I love gymnastics, so I think that one kind of caught my eye. It's a lot of bar muscle or like log muscle ups, but I think that one would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the one I'm looking forward to watching the most is the one where they have to push the sled up that hill.
Yeah, that
Because
was my
I've
second one. It was like,
I've
what?
been there. That hill is so steep. I worked there on their documentary crew 2 years ago, trying to
Yeah.
see how Rogue does media, and we got, like, a team picture at, like, one of the days, and we sat on that hill while they took a picture, and we were sliding down the hill just sitting on it.
Well, yeah, I guess on TV, like it doesn't look, I mean, it looked steep, but not that steep. So,
Yeah, it's much steeper in
geez.
person than it looks on TV.
How do they get cleats or something?
No, and it's, like, just made out of plywood, like, thick plywood, so, like, you wouldn't want
Oh,
cleats, and the turf is not, like, super thick,
right.
so tennis shoes is probably your
Dude,
best bet.
it probably
But
won't
it's
be
gonna be a
that. Did it have a weight on it?
I didn't see a weight.
Yeah.
Even an empty
Maybe
sled
it's
would be
just the
very
sled.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch.
And that's the one with the big box jumps, like the 36-42.
All right. Yeah, that one would be super fun.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that, like grunty, and like same with the box jumps. I don't know, like even just for me being so short, I just love it so much. The other day, the boys were like, it was box jumps. We were just doing some accessories in class, and the guys were like adding plates. And every time he'd bring another plate, I'm like, what? You're adding another one? He's like, are you going to do it? I'm like, yeah, why not? And I got like almost up to my sternum.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I'm
fun.
to the age where box jumps are just not that important to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, like I'm 53. My knees don't need that anymore, right?
Your knees are
No.
like, no,
Yeah.
no slant. That's why, yeah, I don't like broad jumps, because I feel like those are just so hard on anybody's knees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jumping
Yeah,
in general, you just got to be.
Those are like my
Sorry?
back. The broad jumps are more my back than my knees. Like you have to land pushing.
Yeah, and like in this crazy position. Yeah, I don't like them. That's the only thing with high rocks is that I have a problem with is the burpee broad jumps. Like just change that one thing.
And then you're
Which champion. High rocks is becoming a big thing. Yeah, then you're the champion.
Yeah, I think a little bit I know. Like it has some of the same issues that CrossFit does with just consistent judging, things like that that people question. So I think they're running into the same hurdles CrossFit is as it grows and trying to kind of combat all that. And we'll see, like some sports do it and some sports don't, and we'll see which one survives on the other side, right?
I know. Jake and I might do one next year in Hong Kong.
Oh, that's cool.
Just try it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I go to Christy O'Connell's gym. She was going to do one in Texas a couple of years ago, and it was right when COVID hit. And so they canceled the event, and she never got to do it. Yeah, she would kill it.
Yeah.
Like she does these challenges and tries to get us to do them, like 5K a day. Like I ain't running a 5K every day.
You're like, no thanks. Yeah, she's a beast. I miss seeing her out on the competition floor.
Yeah, and she's still freakishly fit.
Yeah. Well, as long as she's happy, right?
Yeah, and she is. She's so happy right now. So happy for her.
Yeah.
Kenneth Collapse says the wall balls kill him.
Wall balls kill me, dude. Same.
Yeah.
Freaking wall balls, man.
Those are just one of those things. Like I just have to callus them up.
Yeah.
Like you just have to practice them until you get good at them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the more you do them, the better they start to feel. Like, I've been doing them a lot, so they've actually started to feel okay. And you're like, oh, okay. But then you brush them to the side and start doing them again, and they kill you again. So it's like either just do them all the time or just understand that you're probably going to hate them for the rest of your life.
Well, this has been one of our longest episodes yet. This was fun.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
We bounced all around. So I'm going to leave everybody with this really cool picture, and Hattie can explain to us where it is. It's from your Instagram, and it's just a beautiful picture. And I wanted to share it. That mountain in the background.
Agung, yeah. So this was actually a couple of years ago. Jake and I woke up at I can't remember, maybe 4:30 a.m., 4 a.m., and we drove about 2 hours to go watch the sunrise over this mountain. And this is when Jake had a drone too, so he got some really cool drone shots. I actually want to edit some of the drone shots and make some really cool videos of them. But yeah, that's Mount Agung. That's the biggest mountain, and it's like, obviously it looks big right there, but it is huge. And it was just a beautiful morning.
And I love that you attacked the camera.
Yeah. Just being goofy, like always.
So, well, I wanted to finish on that note. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. You're the best as always. And we'll see everybody next week on Fitness and Fun in Bali with Hattie Kanyo. Bye, guys.
Bye.